This is Rockslapping Champions. Player 1, playing Tychus. We have Dionysus. And player 2, playing Alarak. We have Chi. So let's have a look at the masteries while the players get set up. Tychus is a level 161 Ascension player. They have gone for pretty much even splits all across the board here. And you know what my opinions are on that. Usually you want to pick one or the other. This one's a playstyle question. This one is better than this one. And these things are both really bad. And usually you want to go for the medevac cooldown to give you a little bit more mobility than you would need. For Alarak, Alarak has gone into nothing because he is a non-mastery level player, so he is currently in the process of prestiging, and he is using the Artificer of Souls prestige. So what this one does is whenever your supplicants die around your mech units get buffs, very similar to the power overwhelming stacks, but it gives you attack speed and attack damage instead, and as a disadvantage you lose your Alarak skill damage, like that damage gets reduced by about 50%. So that is the prestige that Alarak is going to be playing with, so we might be expecting some kind of a mech build here for Alarak, although on this map usually the Ascendants work really well. Tychus is currently building he's building one engineering bay and he's building his Fixer's hideout. Is it called the Fixer's hideout? It's a Fixer's hideout, I think. But safe house. It's a safe house. It's not a hideout, it's a safe house. So Tychus is macroing up right now. He has not yet taken his expansion. He hasn't even cleared that. Now, usually when you want to play Tychus, is you want to clear those expansion rocks as quickly as possible so that you can actually start soaking up the resources from the expansion area. And the way you normally do that is by building a command center early, and then once Tychus comes out, you clear the expansion of Tychus, and then full your CC over. But Tychus has not done that, which means his economy is going to be a little bit slower than what you would normally expect. Additionally, he's also put down a muscle armory for some reason. I'm not really sure why. He doesn't even have a second outlaw out, so we have now an army of zealots that is harassing Alarak, and we can see this is the Masters of Machines comp, which is, yeah, it's not that bad. The Masters of Machines comp is a pure ground composition. You do have maybe a few High Templars in the enemy into the enemy attack waves, but you know, Tychus is not really very phased by it. Alarak might be having a little bit of a harder time when it comes to dealing with these High Templars, especially if he's going to be having some supplicants in the mix. But again, it's nothing that these commanders can't handle, and if Alarak will be going for the Ascendant build, Ascendants usually don't really care if there are High Templars in the mix. Anyway, Tychus has cleared his expansion, and he has added Vega to the mix here, which is a very interesting choice here for Alarak. Like, you can go for Vega when it comes to certain enemy compositions. I'm not really sure if Masters of Machines is the one where I would normally go for Vega. Vega is really nice when you get really annoying units, so you know, Shadow Deck, Battle Cruisers, and Air Terran, and if you get really hard-hitting compositions, like Robo Reaver compositions, the ones which have the Reavers and the Immortals, like that one also Vega worked really well, but like Vega stealing a Stalker, for example, like, you know, it does work, but not very ideal. I have heard some good things about Vega with the Lone Wolf prestige. Ever since Lone Wolf has gotten modified, like I think the units from Vega also get the buffs from Lone Wolf, so I guess that kind of works a little bit better, but as Vega is right now, without the prestige, without the Lone Wolf prestige, it is probably not very ideal. But Tychus is going to be pushing in, which is really nice to see. Our Rock Slapper here is going to be pushing in. Okay, never mind. It's going to go for the most objective. I was very wrongly mistaken. Steals the Zealot, which is okay, I guess. Alarak is just macroing up right now. He has a few more gateways on. Well, he has Warp Gate research coming up, and he's going for his shield upgrades. Yeah, he's going for his Ascendant Archives. He's going to go for his. I think he's going to be going for his Ascendant, which is somewhat unfortunate because, you know, he's going for his Artificer of Soul. Vega tries to poke in and actually draws aggro of all the Zealots from the attack wave, and Vega is taking a little bit of damage. Tychus also taking some damage from the Hybrid and some of the Zealots, but he is able to clear it. But not before. He has lost more than 50% of his HP right now. Vega as well, so roughly the same amount of HP. So these two guys will have to be careful. Vega is getting attacked by the Zenith Stone, and the Zenith Stone is dealing a little bit of equal damage, and now these two guys run right into the next attack wave, and this is going to be somewhat problematic. Vega gets surrounded by the Zealots, and Vega gets completely wiped. Tychus does manage to survive, but at what cost? Vega had sacrificed herself to keep Tychus alive, and Tychus is going to go and attack the random pylon that Amon is going to try and build. And now there's going to be a Void Thresh respawn along with another attack wave, so Tychus will have to be careful he doesn't accidentally run into this. Expansion is now finally complete, but there are no workers being built. And now Tychus is going to have a look around, and those stalkers want Tychus really, really badly. He's sitting at about 50, 60 HP right now, which might be somewhat problematic. But Vega and Rattlesnake have both come out, and Tychus gets charged by the Zealots and gets wiped. Rattlesnake is now also completely surrounded by the attack wave. And will Rattlesnake survive? Oh, he does survive. There's a destruction wave from Alarak, pushes everything back, and Rattlesnake does end up surviving at the very end with just a sliver of HP. He's sitting right now. Well, he has a revitalizer. He has healed up a little bit. Vega is telling Rattlesnake about the tales of dying and how it is not very good to die. And Tychus now has also respawned, and he is going to collaborate with Vega and agree with the Rattlesnake that, you know, dying is not very good. But yeah, this is, you know, Alarak is slowly poking away here. It takes a while for Alarak to ramp up and get his Ascendants out, but he has already built his gateway, so once he gets his Ascendants, he's gonna be okay. But this next wave is going to be a little bit unfortunate because this wave is coming right for Alarak's base. His 3 Ascendants on the back line are gonna get focus fired down if he's not paying attention, so he will have to be careful. Tychus, Vega, Rattlesnake are sitting over here, DPSing this thing down, and finally this thing gets cleared, and Alarak will have to be again really careful. Yeah, you can see Alarak is losing a few. He's lost already 1 Ascendant here. He has to keep these units off his Ascendants because these units will aggro his Ascendants very, very easily. So I think, yeah, 3 Ascendants have died for Alarak, which kind of stings, especially in the early game. You kind of want to get these Ascendants, you know, powered up and good to go. But eventually, where is Tychus going? Like, there's an attack wave that is scheduled for his base, and that attack wave will be spawning anytime now. And Tychus is not in position to deal with that attack wave. Yeah, there's the attack wave. Alarak is going to be okay. He does have an overcharge ready, but Tychus is going to be pushing here, and I guess Tychus wants to be helpful, but that's not going to be very helpful for his ally because a dead Tychus is a not very helpful Tychus, and that's exactly what's going to be happening. Is there's an attack wave that's right on top. He drops the Odin, and the Odin will be able to deal with this attack wave initially, and this Fish hybrid is actually attacking the temple. Over here we have Rattlesnake and Vega, and these two guys are probably not very equipped. Vega is again surrounded by a bunch of Zealots. There is another tactical airlift. Aggro, and Alarak is back here to deal with this attack wave. Now the Odin will be moving towards the northern side, and Vega and Rattlesnake are still sitting over here doing really nothing. What is the Odin doing? The Odin is just walking. The Odin was move commanded right into the middle. Tychus ends up coming out of the Odin and just gets focus fired down by the Stalkers and the Immortals. It just gets completely wiped. Vega now is going to be in huge doo-doo because she is standing in front of the attack wave and not letting Rattlesnake tank for at least for a little bit. And now Vega goes down, and finally Rattlesnake goes down as well. And now Tychus's base is in peril because some of Tychus's voice lines are just the best. So yeah, Tychus has been completely wiped. His main base has been wiped, and one of his refineries has also gone down. Lots of storms right on top of Alarak's army. This is exactly what I was talking about. It really, really sucks when Amon starts to storm you. Finally, with the help of an overcharge, Josure's bar is sitting. Oh, unfortunately, the Josure's bar also gets taken out in the last set of hits, and now this wave has been cleared by Alarak, and you can see now Alarak's Ascendants have started. Like, he's using Empower Me as well. He had to use Empower Me to deal with that earlier wave, but now that his Ascendants are starting to power up, this is going to be a much easier game for Alarak, and like these Ascendants are just not really going to care. Like High Templars, everything just gets completely wiped here by the Alarak Ascendants. And yeah, all he has to do is just make sure he doesn't end up losing those Ascendants, because those things will get focus fired down Amon's army. But Tychus is rebuilding. He's not going to give up. Funnily enough, he's still sitting at the, like, he never saturated that expansion. So he's actually really on the back foot there. He hasn't actually saturated the expansion before he lost his main. So when he lost his his 28 workers, like all his workers were from this base, so he never really had any economy to fall back on, and that could have been, if he didn't have enough minerals banked up, that could have been catastrophic because it meant he would not have been able to rebuild his command center that early. So Tychus comes out somewhat lucky, and I don't think he can even afford to get his other outlaws out. So Tychus is basically solo right now until he can afford to get these outlaws out and back on the field again. What's Tychus doing? See, his main is done now, so he can start saturating this at some point, but a few drop attacks here with a bunch of stalkers, but Alarak will be getting into position. Tychus just trailing behind Alarak, following Alarak, and throws a sugar grenade onto the corpses of the stalkers. Just wants to show those stalkers who's boss. No respect for the dead. Attack waves over here that's being handled by Alarak, and Tychus just chilling on the northern side for some reason. He has no idea where he's going, does he? He's just like walking around now. Is a Void Thrasher on there? What is Tychus gonna do? He's probably gonna be... He's gonna move over towards Void Thrasher. He wants to... He's put the worker on the gas here, which is again, like, he has 300 gas, he doesn't have any minerals. Okay, so he does use the Odin to try and deal with Void Thrasher, which is, I guess, okay. He now wants to use the Odin to push into this base, which is, I guess, also okay. Gonna drop a nuke. Nuke will come up, and this will clear pretty much the entire area here. But again, there's a nexus on the bank line here that was not destroyed, so he has moved his Odin back, and the Odin should be able to handle this ground comp. But he's used his nuke, which is again really unfortunate because it means that he doesn't really have access to the splash damage that he needs to be able to deal with this next coming up wave here. But Alarak is making his way back. Tychus just has to hold for just a little bit. Tychus is trying to move command right into the Immortals, and these Immortals are going to focus fire down Rousling, because Rousling wanders a little bit too close. He puts a double stack of Revitalizers, but that doesn't really do anything because it doesn't really heal you any faster by having the double stack there. But Alarak is now in position using his Ascendance, and his Ascendance will end up deleting the entire attack wave for Tychus. And still no saturation on this expansion. I don't like. Is he ever gonna saturate this expansion? Because he has not like built workers here, and he is really short of minerals right now. In this scenario, you can see he's floating about 700 gas. He should be moving these workers from these gases right onto the mineral line so that he can buff up his mineral economy just to get his other outlaws out. He's gotten Vega out now. And again, Vega is going to be somewhat useful, but in this current state where she's not even stealing Immortals, but she's stealing Starcraft. Oh, there's a Hybrid Dominator over there. That Hybrid Dominator is going to be very upset with Tychus. Hits a blast at Vega, actually, and now Tychus is getting focused down by Vega. And by the Amon's forces. He tactical airlifts right into the middle of the attack wave. This part of the wave can help, but now Tychus has actually split the attack wave up, and this attack wave is just going to be attacking the SCVs and the refineries and Tychus' expansion. Tychus' expansion has been lost right now. Tychus has cleared that half of the attack wave, but this hybrid is going to be very upset. It's going to be moving back here, and the Hybrid Dominator casts an ability, and Tychus tries to run away, but he cannot get away from the Hybrid Dominator's Plasma Blast, and that Plasma Blast ends up taking out Tychus. All that is left now is Vega. Alarak has come in to help his ally, and now Alarak will be moving towards this next attack wave to try and clear that out as well. A few Ascents as well have been added to the mix here, so there's going to be a lot of value here for Alarak. You see how quickly he just deletes that attack wave. Vega is just wondering what to do now because Tychus has died and Vega is standing near the top ramp while Alarak makes his way towards the Void Thrasher on the middle lane. Tychus is back out now, and Tychus has completely lost his expansion. And now there's an attack wave on the northern side that Tychus has to deal with, while Alarak is clearing the southern or the middle lane Void Thrasher. So there's a ping there from Alarak telling him go defend, deal with that. And what is Tychus going to do? He's going to use the medevac airlift, and he's going to come up over here, and he's going to take out this hybrid. But the little does he know is that there's a massive attack wave on the back there. Vega tries to take some of the stalkers, which I guess is okay. It does stall the attack wave a little bit. And there's another sugar grenade down. I think this should be okay. And now there's another drop attack here. There are a ton of stalkers and a ton of zealots, and they're going to be charging Alarak, or they're going to be charging Tychus right up. There's an Odin that gets used, and the Odin should... I think the Odin was dropped right on top of the attack wave, so that pretty much wiped out the attack wave for Tychus. And Alarak now is also in position. Vega and Rattlesnake, where are they going? I have no idea where they are going. They're going to be waiting over here, but there is no drop attack that will be coming up. They want to hang around. Oh, they want to have a hang around Alarak. Okay. Yeah, there's a ping there. Yeah. Alarak is just telling Tychus, it's like there are no drop attacks coming up because this is the second pattern for Temple of the Past, which put the extra Void Thrasher on the middle ramp. But Tychus not interested in following his ally, and he wants to just go and try and attack this attack wave. Drops again a double revitalizer, which doesn't really do anything. And now Rattlesnake and Vega are attacking the photon cannons here for no apparent reason. Tychus is moving with Alarak, and he's now airlifted his guys over to the Zenithstone that was dying. And now there's another attack wave right on top of Tychus's base, and Tychus is going to again take a little bit of a hammering here. The other thing I've realized also is that Tychus has only built one medevac platform, so third time's the charm. That's the third command center that is taken out by Amon, and now Tychus is nowhere to be seen because he only has one medevac platform instead of 3 that he can build. Tychus running right through the attack wave here to try and take out some of it. He does manage to steal an immortal, which is kind of nice, but now there's a double-pronged attack wave coming up, so Alarak is going to be dealing with his pull his SCVs away there as well. That refinery is going to end up burning down, and now Tychus has to go and deal with this next attack wave. And this attack wave is going to be a bit of a problem because there's a Hybrid Dominator Storms come down on Tychus and his Outlaws, and Tychus is trying to retreat. He does take out some of these Zealots, and there's going to be another Plasma Blast from the Hybrid Dominator at some point. Yeah, there's a Plasma Blast that's locked on. Tychus gets completely wiped by that, and now Rattlesnake and Vega are just running away. Run away! Run away! Get away from them! There's another Plasma Blast. Hybrid Dominator is just going to start like shooting them. Vega and Rattlesnake now get run back down the ramp towards Amon's base. It's safer inside Amon's base than inside their own base. And finally, Alarak has come in to help it while after he has cleared his attack wave. And now Vega and Rattlesnake will just be chilling over here trying to heal up. There's another attack wave on the way, and now this is going to be a triple-pronged attack wave. So one wave on Alarak's side, one wave down the middle ramp, and one wave down Tychus's ramp here. And what is going to be done? So Alarak can actually deal with these two. Vega and Tyga and Rattlesnake are like, nope, we are just going to be chilling over here and just wait for this whole thing to blow over because these things are really, really scary. Oh no, there's a cannon, never mind. We're just going to wait. We're just going to wait for Alarak to go kill everything here. So Empower Me gets used right now, and Alarak will end up killing off everything. And now finally Vega and Rattlesnake have jumped back into the fight after everything has been cleared. That Void Thrasher is still up on their lane, but that doesn't really matter because that is the last attack wave done. And I think this is, yeah, this is it. Like Alarak and Vega, Rattlesnake just wandering around, and there's a little bit of a dance there by Alarak's units, but that is GG.